you know, like last day here.
Yeah, true. Well, so I'm looking at the points real quick. Actually, no, I won't look at the points anymore because actually the game has started. So, guys, this is the quarterfinals of the FACEIT Sunday Cup between dem0n and strenx. And Phrase, get the hell to the server as we watch strenx here on the top level. Gets that 50 health bubble at the end. Bit of a machine gun battle going on. Looks like strenx is going to try and win himself that mega health. But dem0n gets 2 yellows and LG, which is kind of what strenx is after at the moment. And yeah, he's made his way over there right now. And dem0n will have that rocket launcher in the central position. Maybe there'll be a fight over red at the moment. This is Lost World, Phrase. Are you used to this?
I don't play it much, so I'm not 100% amazing at it. But yeah, I just saw dem0n sort of, as I joined the server, he sort of pulled out Gauntlet and gave it a little bit of a buzz, so that generally indicates rage, so maybe he's not too happy with what happened at the start.
Yeah, strenx won the start. And strenx looking on the exit of that teleport, seeing if there's any damage that can happen, but dem0n delaying whatever his movements are. Quite handsomely.
dem0n's done quite a good job there to sort of not take much damage, and he's actually still alive, so he's just got to sort of avoid strenx right now. Strenx in a good position to be able to do damage, and he should be able to kill dem0n here.
Oh, dem0n just getting away. He will have taken the 50 health bubble. He's looking for rocket damage, but he's going to take himself out, in fact. strenx in the lead.
Good spawn for dem0n. I mean, even if he died there, it's still not too bad. He can always push in there with grenades, I think, and get the mega as well, which he probably could have done. But,
maybe he's looking for that. I mean, he'll have the shotgun as well, surely.
No, he didn't. I think he thinks that strenx had a bit more HP than what he actually did. So strenx in a good position to sort of cut off the rocket launcher, which is what he's going to do. So dem0n's going to be stuck with still not much guns, and he's going to have to try and get to the LG first, I'd say. But strenx in already a good position to cut that off as well.
Yeah, strenx is looking down. It might be wise for strenx just to go and pick up that red as well, but he's going in for a bit of aggression. dem0n getting some small amount of damage with the shotgun.
If I was a CDMer like him, I would just rush strenx with a shotgun.
Yeah, he could have attacked there because he did have more health, but I think I don't think he knew how much sort of health strenx has. So yeah, strenx grabbing mega, and then he'll probably try to take the top position. But he knows the rockets are being spammed there, so he might come to it, and he still does, yeah. So he's just denying sort of position for dem0n right now.
At least dem0n can be sure that strenx is stacked now. Yellow for strenx, so we're basically 200 for him. We've got red armor up in a moment. Strenx is keeping his eye on that. Doesn't want to give a 300 armor to his counterpart.
Yeah, so I think strenx thinks that he's either down at red or coming from towards red, and his dem0n's actually surprised him there. But then the HP sort of doesn't really work in dem0n's favour, so he died.
Yeah, that was all about the stack, really. They were both hitting each other, so kind of head on. And strenx had the remaining HP. He's going to get that yellow and the red, so he's looking tidy once again, and dem0n's got yet another task up to sort out.
Yeah, dem0n's really got to be careful that he doesn't die really quickly here, because if he dies like sort of in the next like 20 seconds, and sort of the map's going to be all strenxes with items coming up, so he's really got to try and get on some yellows here, and he's actually done quite a good job. But I think strenx might catch him here with a bit of damage, and he doesn't. So this is good for dem0n. He can probably get a time on mega, so he didn't want to drop there, but he's probably going to be able to get the YA, and then hopefully he can avoid damage out of this room, and he'll be fine.
Absolutely, and you know, on most maps, like when you put mega and red together spawning at the same time, it makes a difference. But would you say it doesn't matter on Lost World if they clash?
Well, I don't play Lost World a load, so my sort of inner, like core theory of the map's probably not amazing. But yeah, I think out of control, it's always good if they're both at the same time because you can generally steal. I find RAs a lot easier to steal on this one because once you're down there, it's like you can sort of always get it. I mean, and then it's sort of always up to whatever spam they can do. Yeah. So you can generally steal RA a lot on this map, whereas Mega is not so good to steal because it's in a really vulnerable position.
I think dem0n's trying to get away at the moment. He goes through the teleporter, plasma coming out of him, but the LG from strenx coming out, and it's surely going to be a frag to the Frenchman. It is.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake by dem0n. He should have stuck with plasma. That was sort of his only chance to get the frag, whereas if he hit like big plasma, whereas what he did was he switched to LG, in which like it's going to be sort of even damage, or even strength more with strong LG. So if he had stuck with plasma, he could have got away there to Mega, but he switched.
Yeah, strenx having a fairly easy time at the moment. Let's have a look. Strength's hitting 26% LG, but I imagine there's a lot of spam to take into account there.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, this is a quarterfinal. This is not the best of one game.
Yeah.
So who picked this one? I'm assuming Strenx would have picked this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is Strength's favorite map.
We've got Hectic coming up next, so...
Of course we have Hectic.
But,
Oh my god.
dem0n, I think is quite a fan of this map as well. You know, I don't think this is a map that's all about who's strongest and who's weakest. They're just playing two maps that they're both pretty damn good at.
Yeah, I think dem0n does play this one a little. I haven't played him on it personally, but that's mostly through me always banning.
You don't want to see the dem0n, but strenx there, lifting dem0n from that little rocket area. Oh, and catching him on the bounce pad as well. Gonna finish him off once more. 5 to -1.
Yeah, 6 frags down with absolutely nothing to your name. It's really tough on this map. Like, I'd be very, very surprised if dem0n could even get like sort of 3 frags.
Don't be surprised if dem0n can never get a mega.
He might stay in negative for the rest of the game.
That is true.
Yeah,
Like,
Strength's control at this map is amazing.
dem0n said he wants to watch the football though, so we can shout at him about that. But I want dem0n to go full mode, because he can be so dangerous when he's in the zone. Or a little bit of me thinking that, okay, maybe Strength's coming back. Maybe he is as good as he was, or does he need loads and loads of time to get back into shape? He looks pretty solid at the moment.
I think when you're still playing other games and still maybe even following the Quake scene, then you don't need as much time to get back into shape. It just like it comes naturally for a player who's played as long as what Strenx has. So he should be fine. Like after a week, he'd be back to like a pretty good level.
Absolutely, Strenx getting taken down to about 100 health there. Surprisingly, dem0n didn't go down again. And Strenx taking away all those items on the LG side of the map.
This is probably the last chance dem0n is gonna have, because both Mega and Red Armor spawn at the same time, but it doesn't have any stack to work with it.
Yeah,
Strength even knows that. He's just spamming nades not to let him get out of there.
Yeah, dem0n's really going to have a really tough chance of really getting any items right now. Like he's sort of stuck in this way. I'd be surprised if Strength didn't kill him here. And then if he does kill him, then maybe he could get a good spawn at Mega or something, which he has got.
You might get the Mega.
Oh, but it's not as good as you would have hoped for. Strenx is there. He goes for the pummel finish. Signature move we're seeing by him. Oh,
he misses the jump.
I don't think one extra frag gonna make a huge deal of difference at the moment.
Nah, this game's over.
Yeah, dem0n. Well, I guess he's basically looking just to get himself out the negatives. Like that. For me, I just feel heartbroken if that would ever happen to me. I don't know when the last time it happened to me is, but I tried desperately to avoid it.
Yeah, I don't think that is ever really happened to me, because I never play any slow maps, so you always get an opportunity to get a frag.
Strenx is low as hell. Maybe dem0n can do something, at least to get himself on the board here. And what I'm scared of though is the next map, Hectic. Okay, dem0n plays it all the time, but you're playing a really aim-based map.
And they're playing versus a player who knows how to really play Hectic. I was talking to Strength the other day, and his insight on Hectic is probably the best I've heard so far, and I've talked to a lot of players about it. He knows how to really play his map. He knows. Well, we'll see how he plays it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Strength will probably win that as well. I saw him playing that a little bit in practice the other day, I think. So I think he'll probably win that, but it'll be closer. It'll definitely be closer. Maybe not score-wise, but game-wise.
Yeah, although we saw dem0n aiming so damn well against Matrox and T7, maybe we'll see something there. dem0n looking to pick up his frag. He does get himself off the negatives. Looking for a spawn frag. Strenx is sitting by Plasma. He's just going to go for it. This is probably... no. It would be a bit of a suicide mission at that point.
I think you can, with the point you said before, with the aiming good against Matrox, you can often see that, like a player aims really good against a weaker player, then he plays like a top guy, and then the aim's a lot off because they're always out of position, their dodge is a lot better, you know, they have better aim themselves, so
yeah.
You're always under more mental pressure, so you can find yourself hitting like nothing, or like close to like not very much. Like I played Cooler the other day. Like I don't think that like his aim is like overpowering, but like you find him a lot harder to hit with a lot of shots simply because he's in a better position. You know, his dodging's better.
Yeah.
He knows how to play versus the weapons in the position you have. That's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. His weapon choice is better as well. It's just like, you know, when you play good players, like you notice that your aim, you can never hit lots of shots. Like it's pretty common for me to only hit like sort of 35% rail and like 25% LG, because you're always out of position, you're always spamming. Like you got to do like do everything you can to do even 5 damage. Like
yeah,
spam.
Well, that's the thing. I don't really put dem0n far ahead of against Matrox anyway. But GG guys, strenx wins map number 1 here in the quarterfinals. Moving on to Hectic to see what's going to happen there. Will strenx take himself to the semis, or is dem0n going to have something to show that's at least better than what we've seen here on Lost World?
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I hope that dem0n can come back, because he's a bit of a mate of mine, you know. Like we talk a bit and stuff, and
yeah.
So I'm obviously rooting for him over strenx, because I never talk to strenx, you know. I always like seeing sort of underdog win anyway. So
that's true. Yeah, I always supporting underdogs, and I would like to see him play at least a closer game against strenx. Just something where it looks like it's a real challenge for him, because that didn't look like a big challenge in any way.
That map can sort of go like that at times. You lose 1 or 2 fights, and then you sort of it's hard to work your way back in, and you know that you need to sort of attack in certain positions, or else you're definitely going to lose. So in competition, you're always trying to just win. Like you don't care about getting owned. So dem0n had attack in a few opportunities, and obviously it wasn't really working in his favor. Like the fight was never going to be easy for him, but he needed to take it because he's trying to win. So, and those fights went for strenx, and then that's how the score can sort of balloon.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of scores that can balloon, well, it could be even more disastrous here on Hectic, as this could get devastating. What's
the command for the item timers? Because I don't have it.
CG enable respawn timer.
What he said. Yeah. It's got it in the game settings as well, I think.
Alright, there we go. So that should be easier to say what's coming up next. Because I'm not an overly strong timer anyway.
Yeah, you said you didn't time before, so I mean...
I don't time items to the second very often. It's a big weakness of mine.
Ah, yeah. So you would have beaten Evil last week if you did.
I need to be here in my rail, then I rail again. Now I rail it. Now I get more rail slugs, and I just keep railing.
I don't even think that my rail is like overly that good. I always feel like
no, but it's annoying as hell.
Let's see if these guys are ready.
With the rail.
I think out of control though, rail can sort of be, you know, your best friend. So
yeah, if we hit a couple of rails before any fight to even have a chance of getting in.
Speaking of which, what strenx just said, I have a lot of problem with that as well, because obviously in Oz, like, it's hot, so here I have to play in a jumper and stuff. It's like annoying.
I just play naked.
Yeah, strenx says just 1 minute. It's cold. It's that time of year. We got to wrap up nice and warm if you're going to play Quake.
It's snowing in here. Never snows in here.
Anyway, take it away off Spawn Zoop.
It is game, guys. strenx dem0n map number 2 here on the FACEIT quarterfinals. Gonna check out strenx off the beginning. Rail spawn for him, and already seeing 2 rails, big rails on dem0n. Oh, and beating him through the teleporter, but he's got rail out still. dem0n could catch him out here. 20 health left for the Frenchman.
dem0n, what he really should have done there, he sort of didn't want to fire the rocket because he didn't want to blow himself up, but I think there, like a frag that sort of killed both players and it was just a respawn would have been okay, but he decided not to fire.
My God.
Hopefully he can get a frag, and
wow.
that's just really important rail, because now he'll be able to get to red.
That was just really sick from dem0n that he was able to string those all together, and he picks up 1 more. 2-0 down onto strenx now. He needs a lightning gun though. Mega health up in a moment. strenx has got his signature weapon off. Fantastic.
That was a really important shot for dem0n to hit there. And he shouldn't really be going for this shot, because what he doesn't want is to take damage before red, because now he might struggle to get it. He actually is going to make it there on time, but you probably see strenx maybe go for some risky stuff now, because those 2 frags were really frustrating frags, because they were like both hitting flick rails and stuff. So strenx might just attack this this sort of mega and red like a bit rashly. So if dem0n can hold strong here, then he should be in a good position.
Absolutely. We got mega up in just a moment. dem0n might make the dive over for it. And there it is. He loses out on red though, so strenx has got something behind him now, which could hurt in the future. dem0n's a dodge though.
dem0n should have done something there to prevent strenx from coming and stealing the red. He should probably have waited a bit longer and actually went for the red before the mega, or just spammed them at some nice.
I think he could have either waited up top, or if he switched to when he went for the mega, he should have used rocket launcher, because that was guaranteed damage to like knock him up. But instead he went for rail and he didn't hit it, but he's lucky to knock strenx off here. He's just got to get the red and then hopefully get to the mega. So maybe he should drop down to rail there. See, he's going down here, which is losing his strength on the map. So now he's enabled strenx to get in a position where he could perhaps do damage. Whereas if he stayed up the top, he could have sort of pushed strenx away, then gone for mega.
Good rocket by dem0n, putting some pressure on him once again. Still looking at those rails, but not connecting with them this time. He won't be able to hit unless it's a crazy flick of some sort. Strenx by red.
There. That was quite really bad. He was going for the damage on the yellow, or trying to take the yellow before he went red, and it turned out quite bad because it enabled strenx to get positioned for the red. So he managed to get that as well. And now with mega coming up, dem0n's really needs to get this and that's a really sick shot by strenx.
Yeah, he went for the jump. This is nice by dem0n. He's getting a good couple of rails off, and dem0n actually gets away with his life. The 50 health bubble though, his eyes are too big. Hungry for health, and it's going to cost him his life in the end. dem0n just grabbing green. Any kind of scraps he can pull together. He does manage to get a rail for the rail, but it is dem0n that is screaming, and strenx blasting through one more. dem0n needs control.
He just wants all the items. He doesn't even want to let dem0n get the yellow, but dem0n managed to steal the mega now, and he's taking a lot of damage there.
Yeah, that was way too much.
Just sort of jumped across to the red there, rather than sort of trying to hit him with a rail and where he could get knocked off. So he sort of he did take full advantage of his position. And if strenx heard the rockets run out there, then maybe he could have attacked with LG, but he didn't. So
we got 1 second till yellow, and dem0n actually, he was waiting there. I was like, you're waiting way too early, but it worked out in the end. Oh, and strenx made an error. He fell from the red armor. He had to go through the teleporter. dem0n could deny this here, but his rails aren't connecting. He looks for it. He's not died, but that was just a mess, really.
He's just frantically looking for the health on a map.
Quite often you see that sort of situation where the player could have used shotgun and really should have used shotgun. So if dem0n had to use shotgun, he easily would have got the frag there, because like strenx was low. He only had 30 HP, and he definitely would have died. So for all young players or new players out there, always try and use shotgun if you have it, because it's often the underused gun.
Then it's so powerful. Every TDM player, when they come to duel, they get the frags so cleanly. All players are like, oh, you just killed me because you can keep rushing and you play a random game.
Yeah, so dem0n would be in full control and he would have killed strenx and not died just then if he had used shotgun. So as you can see, quite a lot of bad stuff happening.
Oh, he's got to be careful here. strenx is right above him. But fortunately for him, he's just hitting himself. Oh, and a big rocket at the top. He's coming through. The lightning gun as well. He could get the steal on the red. And now dem0n has found himself of control, and he's putting the Frenchman on the run.
Yeah, dem0n's really got to get the frag right now, because he doesn't want him to get mega or yellow, but he's probably not going to get it easy now. And again, he's going for rails when maybe he'd want to try and get close with LG or something like that. I mean, strenx really can't try to defend this red, so he's early for it. So if dem0n could get the frag now, that'd be really good, but he probably won't.
strenx is kind of managing to stay alive somehow, which is going to be really annoying for dem0n. Now he has 60 armor, the 50 health bubble he's putting out. He's basically 100-100 at the moment, and that's...
What's dem0n doing here? It's like...
Yeah, I think he thinks that the yellow's up in a second, obviously. So he's probably going to lose position, which is exactly what's happened. And now strenx has got position on red.
Oh, the rockets!
It's actually quite lucky for dem0n to really get the frag there, because he was out of position. So this is actually good for him. He should be able to get... I don't know about going mega first there. I think red first.
Oh my
big Kali frag. That's important for him. So now he should be able to get all the items. All he needs now is guns. So he needs LG.
He needs that real bad. He's going to deny this green armor as well. He's got so much armor, strenx with a stray rail there. dem0n trying to dodge. He could just switch here and pick up a frag pretty easily, I'm sure. Oh, no, he hits the side. That would have been a frag if he didn't miss that jump. But it still could be anyway. Another rail, strenx showing his face, going through the teleporter.
Oh my god, strenx gonna die here. He shouldn't be here with...
Oh, again, you see dem0n using the wrong gun. He's trying to finish with rail, whereas if he had a LG, like he should have, he would have killed strenx, and like it wouldn't have been a difficult frag. Whereas that could have gone bad for him if he had gone through the tele and caught a rocket or something. Yeah. So yeah, maybe dem0n's got to learn to switch from rail a little bit more.
I mean, if you use the same bind you use to switch weapons, you'd see that you want to kill the player with any weapon you got.
Actually, read somewhere that he uses the scroller to switch guns.
He does.
That's true. Yeah.
It is true. It's strange as well. That's something you shouldn't pick up from dem0n. Don't use his binds. But at the moment, he's still got good control, and we've seen almost 7 minutes of the game. He's attacking now. strenx having to go through a teleporter. 1 second till Mega. dem0n's got hold of it. No extra. Got to be careful here going through there. And he doesn't get punished with a rail shot. strenx on the other side of him. It's getting a very, very close game, guys. dem0n holding his own way better than he was on DM13. He misses that direct rocket. This is really bad for dem0n. strenx could pick it up, and he does with 19 health to go. No 50 health bubble.
It's a very bad decision to go for that fight. He didn't need to.
He got strenx down in the end, but it was unnecessary. One rail here will finish him off.
No, he won't get the Mega.
Yeah, I think
the Mega and probably get the red.
In this sort of situation, dem0n's really got to really sort of take more risks because he knows that it's going to be tough to win the map. He's actually hit some nice rails, so.
That was actually very nice from him. He managed to punish strenx quite efficiently with all that work. A bit of LG ammo, and he should be looking good here to pick up the next frag. He's hitting all right accuracies, and there we are. We've got a tied game, guys. Still 10 seconds till item spawn. strenx could find a weapon.
Yeah. The problem for dem0n here is that there's no items, so he didn't really capitalize on the frag, so it sort of let strenx back in, which is, now strenx is probably going to get everything, but he didn't grab the red there, so this could also turn out really bad for him.
And strenx doesn't have an LG still, I think. But strenx did just pick up a red, which got hurt a little, but he got the yellow as well, so strenx will probably be just over 100 at this point. And
the strenx playing it clever. He doesn't want to go for the rail and risk being hit with no items up for ages. So now he's actually goes in a better opportunity for him to get the guns. So he's actually got the rail for free. Whereas if he had taken a rail there, he couldn't contest this red. He couldn't do anything. He would have been like really in trouble if he goes for it.
That was nice. Oh, and the rockets string together. dem0n's going to take the lead with 1.5 minutes to go. He has full control. The yellow is up as well. He should just dance over to there. strenx has taken it, but this is the time to put some pressure on. If he gets a clean frag here, he could end it all now. 10 seconds till red armor. And dem0n is looking to take a map off of strenx. He's got to be careful here. He's only 1 frag ahead.
LG, he needs his LG here, which is what the gun he's got out, which is good. It's going to be really tough for strenx to get on this red, and then you'll probably see dem0n just attack the yellow. Well, he probably should, but he didn't. So that was the game. If he attacked the yellow there, I think that was the situation.
Oh, but strenx steals over the Mega, but I think dem0n got the frag in the end. 9-7. We've got 40 seconds to go. The game still isn't over, guys. 10 seconds till red. dem0n at the moment, he's got to hold on to this control as tight as he possibly can, and he needs to... That yellows.
strenx got a good spawn there, which sort of gave him an opportunity. If he spawned at the yellow or something, then he was dead, but he spawned at the LG, so he's sort of got an opportunity here, but he needs the frag now.
Yeah, 20 seconds. dem0n is hiding at the moment. Let's have a look at strenx. He's chasing up the staircase. He's not going to find him here. Just another couple of seconds, and the game is going to be in the bag for the Belgian. Oh, and a final bit of fighting. Yeah,
and that's
by dem0n.
That's well played by dem0n. Even though he did make quite a few mistakes with the gun, his actual position on the items and his damage, overall damage, was quite good. So yeah, well done to dem0n.
Very sick stuff. So dem0n is going to bring it to a tiebreaker map, guys. This isn't decided yet who goes to the semis, and we didn't think that he'd necessarily take down strenx on this map. We thought it would play to strenx's advantages a bit. But
yeah, I thought strenx would win that, but I thought it would be close. But yeah, dem0n did do well in the clutch situations to either hit a rail or a couple of rockets. So Furious Heights is another map that dem0n's quite good at. So this could go either way. But I'd still say that strenx is he's got the upper hand in the fact that, you know, if there was betting for this game, he'd have lower odds, better odds.
Yeah, I think so as well. But dem0n is here to upset. And I think for him, it would be very satisfying to knock strenx out. I think basically to most people, if you were to knock somebody out of a tournament, strenx is probably the most, I'd say, #1 most satisfying person to knock out of a tournament.
Yeah, I think he'd definitely be really good. Like, if I had a choice between beating strenx or beating evil, I'd probably take beating strenx. Because I think evil seems like, you know, he doesn't really talk any shit. Like, he just seems like a decent guy. Yeah. Whereas strenx, he likes that controversy, you know, he likes rubbing people up the wrong way, so it'd be nice to beat him in a way, so you could sort of do the same.
Exactly. I can see why people would want it as well. Unfortunately for me, it's probably not realistic, but oh well. Not for UNs, sorry.
What?
Nothing. But I'll tell the guys we're ready.
So I'm cool.
We'll let them know that hopefully the message will work. And guys, they've readied up, so let's go into the game here. This is the tiebreaker map of the FACEIT Sunday Cup number 21 quarterfinals. Who's going to go to the semis? We'll find out soon. Starting on strenx, dem0n stealing away that red armor right in front of his eyes, so both players should have perfect timing for that next fight over there.
It's the first time I actually see strenx delaying the mega. He usually just straight away and he goes for the LG. This time he got a really big delay on it.
Yeah, it will be pretty late. I don't know how dem0n's going to think regarding that. But over here, the rocket damage is all about strenx at the moment. dem0n trying to push forward, but it's going to be -1 for dem0n. Hopefully not going to see a replay of what we saw on Lost World between these two.
The thing with dem0n there is he shouldn't have backed off into the corner. That really sort of gave the initiative to strenx. If he was sort of on the red, then he would have been hard to knock off it. Whereas sitting back, what he did was he enabled strenx to really think, oh, okay, well, you're not going to go for the item, so I'm going to go for it. And then, like, that's the worst thing that could happen, because he got owned and he didn't get red. Whereas if he was sort of on it, he could have got owned, but he still would have got red. So
he'd be able to probably defend mega since strenx didn't have enough stack.
Exactly. Whereas now, he's enabled strenx to get everything, and strenx will be on the lookout for him needing guns, so he knows that he probably doesn't have rail, he might not have LG. Okay, he has LG. So dem0n with nothing at the moment's really got to sort of just run, and he's actually done a good job to stay alive, but he needs to get armor now.
Such a bad situation. He might spawn over by red, but no, he's going to survive then.
But he's not going to get it.
Not at all. Big rocket by strenx. He's looking to clear it up with another shot. Does manage to grab mega. Oh, patiently waits for the angle. Doesn't get that one. And just a little bit more damage. He keeps just getting knocked down a little bit too far. Not to take down dem0n. Come on, strenx.
You probably see strenx fire a couple of rockets here, then back off, and sort of even leave him alive, perhaps. Because what he does,
I would definitely leave him alive, especially now that the red is up, because he might spawn there.
Yeah,
he will spawn there, and he will get it.
And if he can hit big shot, he can kill strenx, but he won't. But he's done a lot of damage, so now
3 health.
Down to 3 HP. So this is why you would probably want to leave him alive.
Yes, he even looks for the long range shotgun. Really hoping that strenx is weak as hell. That rocket coming close to strenx's ears. Mega health on its way.
See, what dem0n shouldn't have done there was go for the frag. You've got to know that there's 25 health is going to be there. It might have the yellow armor as well. You're not going to kill him with shotgun from that range. So he could have really capitalized on his damage and gone to the mega and maybe grabbed the YA, grabbed the rocket launcher, and then it would be sort of even control. Whereas now he went for the frag and it's turned bad for him now.
Yeah, now he's back on the position he was a minute ago.
I know that it's quite often that you sort of think, oh, I can kill him now, but realistically, you can't. Especially when it's a really solid player. Maybe versus a new player or like a weaker player, you can get away with attacks with that shotgun just there. And strenx actually making a mistake, so maybe dem0n can get on the red, but he's not going to.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Even if they are low, they still have better positioning, and they have all the weapons where you don't, and they'll. Yeah. If they know you don't have a certain weapon, they'll certainly try to push fights.
Yeah, well, they know that you only have shotgun there, so you saw strenx go to the 50 bubble knowing that if dem0n went for rocket launcher, he wouldn't have LG or rail, so he could get owned, which is exactly what happened, which enabled him to get into the mega room and take that as well. So you probably see strenx try and slow this game down a little maybe, because he's got the 5 frags advantage. He knows that if he can sort of take 3-4 minutes off the clock now and do quite well, then yeah, it's going to be tough for dem0n.
That is the first time I've seen dem0n in about a minute, and he's just got a rail that comes out of nowhere. I wonder if he's got any more of these to show us, because he's going to need to do quite a lot of long-range damage to really have a chance to even get close to strenx and have a an up-and-front personal fight.
He's not getting any items. This is being the replay of Lost World right now.
Yeah. Has there been no yellows for him or anything? What's the armor stack for dem0n at the moment?
He got 2 reds and 3 yellows.
I mean, but what's the current armor for dem0n?
Yes, 60 armors.
60, not enough for now. There's the mega health, a bit of rocket damage. dem0n looking for a rail shot. Actually comes back into the room. strenx is not connecting at the moment, which is unusual.
Yeah, both items were up there for like sort of five seconds, and strenx sort of went for mega, but he didn't grab it, and then he sort of backed off to red, and then he grabbed that, and then went back for the mega. So dem0n sort of had an opportunity to grab something, but he didn't take it. So he's sort of playing against these sort of top pro players, just sort of take those risks and, like, you know, sort of take advantage where you can. And he just sort of pussyfoot around, and he didn't get anything. And now he's getting owned again. So that was really his opportunity, and he sort of let it slip.
Yeah, 6 to -1. We're just about to hit the halfway point. We got red up right now. dem0n's going to be able to pick up this one. He does take some damage. Direct rocket. Maybe.
This is the best
something
opportunity you're going to get, probably.
Yeah, this is his opportunity. He needs the frag, and he needs it reasonably, not soon. He can take a minute to get this frag, but he definitely needs to get the next one.
Yeah, it will be really bad if strenx manages to outfight him here. dem0n does get a little more damage.
With red spawning first and then mega, he's probably strenx could even get both, but he's actually decided to leave the mega, which is probably the smart move. You know, 7 frags up. You don't want to sort of let dem0n have that opportunity to frag you and then come back in the map. So now strenx, he's just going to play slow. He's not going to try and take fights and rush around the map probably, which is actually he's taking a lot of damage here. So this is probably why he didn't want to do that.
It's a lot of damage he's taken.
Yeah, he still knows
wow.
has the advantage.
We've got one good rocket there from strenx, but other than that, it's been all about dem0n laying the damage onto him. 1 rail from the Frenchman. He looked for a shot through the hallway. Oh, dem0n comes out and he's going to be able to make it through, no problem.
And again, he's got to take risks. He's let strenx get mega now he could have had mega by now. He's actually not got it because he's made a mistake and not going for it. But he definitely could have got that because dem0n sort of wanted to wait around at the red for no reason.
dem0n let strenx get mega again.
Yeah, I don't think dem0n read it. I think he probably assumed that he already took mega, so dem0n's mega health timing going to be way off at this point.
Yeah, dem0n's got to know that with 3.5 minutes to go, he needs a frag. He needs it now. So he's really got to stop playing like how he's playing and just attack. Like, if he sees strenx, he's got to attack. Go to the middle of the map and try and find him and kill him right now, because that's what he needs to do. And he's still sort of. He's out of position for red now. He doesn't know what's coming up, and he's letting strenx stack up, which isn't what he needs. What he needs right now is a frag, and he's not going to get it.
Here
and now
strenx
is probably going to get it.
It's going to be LG on LG. dem0n looking maybe for an opportunity to jump over that mega health. I doubt it's going to happen. Looks for a thick rail. The rocket's going to clean him up, and that was not what he wanted. He's laying down a 3-letter word, which I think might be a typo. That's the signal, really, that an error has occurred.
That's obviously a French word that means I love you.
Oh yeah, of course. Whoa, dem0n has actually done damage here. Okay, I thought he lost all of his opportunities possible, but maybe he somehow built another one, because...
That was a charity by strenx.
Yeah, it really was.
It's going to be hard, but dem0n needs to just attack. If he attacks now and gets a frag and then gets a couple of lucky ones, then he can still win. But he needs to attack now. He just needs to rush. Don't care about items.
Let strenx get another mega.
Yeah, he needed to forget about items there and just attack, and he didn't do it, and it's game over now.
Yeah, strenx has got algae and mega for sure. And dem0n still looks like he's trying to attack from a reasonable distance. He should have confidence in his LG, because he's pretty good with it. Even though he is going against strenx.
Go for that fight. He has 100 more collective stack than strenx.
There it is. Oh, the rail there.
20% less, he would win the fight.
Just go, dem0n. Show us what CNZ did Thursday night. Here's the LG fight. strenx looking like he wants to go through. dem0n picking him up by mega, but strenx is going to rocket jump away.
That was another combat mistake by dem0n. When he saw that strenx was trying to dodge through the teleporter, he should have just either get on the way or just shoot a a telefrag or shoot a rocket there.
Oh, he picks up one.
He gets another frag now.
Looking for the spawn.
That's gonna be up.
Now, even if he kills strenx now, he's not going to win. Like, there's just not enough time left. If there was like another minute, then he could definitely win from here. And what he should have done, he should have been doing exactly what he's doing now, but only 2 minutes ago when he had the opportunity, is just attack. Like, you've got to sort of forget about the score, and just think, okay, if I attack, keep attacking and keep getting lucky, and you can win. But
strenx is hiding in such an awkward place.
He wanted to play as if it was scores tied, which isn't what you want to do when you're losing, obviously.
Yep.
You see how he's just attacking? That's all he's doing is just attacking. That's what he needed to do.
Well, not anymore.
There, say that was just there, but it was like 2 minutes ago. If he took a rocket there, it doesn't matter. You still got to keep attacking. Like, you can't let strenx get anything.
Ow! That rocket on the tele exit. Well, if it wasn't shut down already, he definitely is now. And 7-2. I mean, dem0n put up a good fight. I'd say most notably on Hectic. Furious Heights, he kind of woke up in the dying moments. And strenx looks like he's going to be going to the semi-finals here for the FACEIT Sunday Cup. And an extra few points for him. dem0n's going to pick up 4 points from all of this, and strenx has got a guaranteed 8. So it's looking good for him to get himself rolling on the leaderboard. Will there be one more frag before the end? 2 seconds left! And that's the end, guys.
Speaking about that leaderboard, I'm on 38 and keep saying I'm on 32. That's kind of annoying.
You're on 38, are you?
Apparently, yeah. Well, if I've made 3 semi-finals and a final, so that adds up to 38 in my opinion.
8 times 16. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, we'll shout at the FACEIT guy.
But anyway.
It doesn't matter because you're just stealing the points anyway.